responsible.
Welcome to Player Circle Sports, where the players come to play. I'm your host, Laurent. I'm with Mark and France. And today we're going to talk about the recent developments in the Cowboys locker room. So Ezekiel Elliot got a 6-game suspension for violating the personal conduct policy. I just want to know what you guys feel about that, considering that they said that police authorities had no reason beyond a reasonable doubt that he was guilty of this, and that several sources said that the woman said that she was unhappy with the falling out of their relationship. So how do you prove that? Like, I think it's embarrassing for the NFL to do this to one of their own, not one of their own, but like to Ezekiel Elliot. I understand you gotta like punish a guy, send a message, but if there's no proof and there's people saying that she was unhappy with the falling out of the relationship, like, and she wanted, quote unquote, wanted to ruin his career by coming out and saying this, like, how does this justify 6 games?
So basically, if I was the NFL, I would have given him 2 games just as a warning shot to be like, stop doing stupid stuff. Because the Mardi Gras, was it Mardi Gras? No, spring break, right?
Yeah, was that the one where he
ripped off the shirt and then you're caught with somebody with weed and all that stuff. Just to be like, stop doing stupid stuff, will suspend you for 2 games. But when it's 6 games, you're basically punishing him for the crime. Yeah. And there's no evidence towards it. And on top of that, Zeke, he said apparently he's gonna sue that woman. So if he wins that case, then he should sue the NFL for restitution.
Exactly. I agree with
because
that.
Because you can't punish someone for a crime they did not commit, right? So.
And 6 games is like, you're sending, not only you're sending a huge message, it's kind of like unfair, and also you're affecting the season of the Cowboys. Not to say that, you know, they should have a great season, but you're kind of like...
They would have a great season.
They would have a great season. You're affecting a huge portion of... That's 6 games.
Okay, let Mark go.
Except for the fact that he's a young star, another one that's going to go bye-bye, like Gordon. What they're trying to do is keep him...
Gordon.
Like, like Gordon. Like, honestly, they're trying to keep him in check. Like, he's falling off the wagon, man. He's doing... different things. Yes, the other stuff was smaller.
2 games. That's why I said 2 games.
6 games, man, because you've got to set that precedent. You think he's going to do it again?
I think 1 game
will.
And
if so there you go. So you're going to tell me that they're wrong?
I'm not saying beating that woman because we don't even know if he did.
We don't know if we did. No, I'm not even talking about the crime, whether or not he did it.
But we will do other stupid stuff. You could suspend him for an entire season and he's still going to do stupid stuff. That's what I think.
So there you go. So you're proving the fact that whether it's 2, 4, 6, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's still probably going to reoffend, but they're just trying to tell him that, look, settle down.
But 6 games is excessive because
really
6 games is saying we believe you committed that crime. Whereas 2 games is just a warning shot. That's
You're guilty in our minds. Not
fair enough, but
right?
Obviously another thing that you have to take into account, and I will say, yes, to use him as the example is... it's not right, but they were wrong on a lot of things. So a lot of different things that they did, like a lot of the suspensions, they kind of got wrong, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to get this one right. It sucks that it was Ezekiel Elliot.
They're still getting it wrong.
But are they? I don't know, because
authority
you have to.
He's not
but
guilty
how do you know?
Reasonable doubt.
But we don't specifically know, and no one will ever know if they're actually punishing him for the crime, or maybe they're punishing him for the fact that he keeps doing these stupid things,
little things that can lead up to.
lead up to big.
They're punishing him for the crime.
We don't know that. Prove it. Where's your evidence? Prove it.
Because what are the odds that they're saying, oh, so we believe that you did this, and then...
Did they say that?
Hold up, at first they did, and then they're like, but we're gonna wait for the evidence. And then they kept coming back, threatening, we're gonna wait. And as soon as the cops are like, okay, we finished our investigation, now they drop the penalty, they laid the penalty on Zeke. Well, why would they give him the penalty after the cops said, oh, the investigation is done?
Yeah, the investigation is done. There's no...
Well, because no matter what, you have to wait.
That's weird timing. No, but if it wasn't about the investigation, they would have suspended him before that.
But even still, maybe they're still suspending him for the fact that he keeps doing different things.
They would have suspended him...
No, but they wanted to wait because obviously if he was guilty, they'll give him even more games.
You think this sets the example in a
You know what I
sense
mean?
of,
Like, I bet you if he was guilty, they would have gave him more.
So what if in the coming weeks some girl comes out, she's not happy with this, so she starts accusing another football player. Will this set precedent? Well, should they without like
That's
any
another
proof,
6 games right away, right?
exactly, without any proof of this player doing that, anyone can ruin anyone's career, or let's say hold them off or delay them from having games just by saying, "Oh, I'm not happy. Well, this guy used to abuse me a couple months ago. I'm going to come out. I'm going to ruin his
As
career."
wrong as this might seem, he'd probably get less games. Because of the fact that Ezekiel keeps doing things
I'm just saying,
again and again and again. If that same person...
What if this sets precedent for the future for any other football?
But I
player?
don't think that they're setting precedent for the actual crime that was committed here, the beating and everything. I don't think it was that.
I'll say this though. The players union or association, whatever, better spend just as much money on Zeke as they did with Brady.
Exactly.
So
There
if Zeke is taking it to the Supreme Court, they better spend that money.
Regardless of stardom, status.
Well, and we'll see, right? Time will tell.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think it's wrong, 6 games. I think it's way too excessive.
I don't. You've got to reel these guys in. Like, look at how much is happening. Do you know how many black eyes right now the NFL has?
Let's say next week Aaron Rodgers gets like accused by his wife or whatever, like some girl in a different city that he did this to her. Should he also get 6 games, 5 games? Even if it's similar to this situation, they can't prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
But we know that he won't. You're looking at it differently than I am. My point that I'm trying to prove, because you're saying Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers hasn't done any other things. I'm talking about the other incidences.
Like
yes,
him being
it's specifically Ezekiel Elliot
Eli Manning was accused of fraud.
Yes.
And now if he's accused by a woman, does he get 6 games?
You know what? He probably would, to be honest, because of the black eye that's on him.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get it.
Okay.
So he's like Ezekiel Elliott's looking to appeal the suspension, which would make him start sooner than September 2nd. If not, he has to miss the games up until October 23rd.
And Jerry Jones is getting involved too.
Yeah, it would definitely have Jerry Jones.
But they're saying that they'll only take away at most 2 games, so he'll still get 4 no matter what.
Okay, 2.
No matter what. So he's still gonna get 4 no matter what.
It's a third of the season. No, it's a quarter of the season. You know. So we'll see.
You know what I think?
Can I just throw this out here? If we're talking about this season, okay?
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell comes in halfway through the season every year and just blows everybody out of the water. So don't talk to me about it.
That's another
affecting
situation.
the season.
The holdout.
Oh,
we can talk about the
you know
holdout.
what? The 6 games, maybe it's just a negotiation tactics. They know that it's gonna be that they're gonna be in court for this.
Yeah.
So they start at a higher number so they can drop to at 4 games.
I mean, maybe. We don't know, right? I mean, Goodell's weird.
But let us know down below what do you think of Zeke. Is it fair? Is it unfair? Should the NFL be embarrassed? Does this set precedent for future players to commit crimes or really haven't commit crimes per se without reasonable doubts? So let us know down below. And in the next segment, we'll talk about a similar situation, but with an NBA player. So stay tuned.
Oh,